Hi guys, I'm Anastasia, the founder of Happy Bellyfish. Today I'm going to share with you one of the best desserts I ever created in my kitchen. No-bake chocolate tahini bars. They're vegan, gluten-free, and they're very healthy. They're also wonderful iron boost, and they're something that can give you a special energy kick when you really need it. These chocolate dessert bars feature only 4 ingredients. First, you need tahini. I always make my tahini at home, and if you have a really good blender, then there is no reason not to do it. In fact, I really recommend it over buying tahini in the shop. You see, you can pre-make it and store it for several months in your fridge. But if you make it at home, you can be 100% sure that it's only made out of one ingredient, sesame seeds, and there are no oil, salt, or no preservatives added. Our second ingredient is dates. So we need to add dates to make it sweet. So I soaked my dates before and then I processed in a blender with just a little bit of water. What you see here is a really thick dates caramel. Then we will need 1 cup of coconut flour. So your coconut flour has to be really fine. Make sure that it's not just dried grated coconut. If grated coconut is the only thing that you could find, then make it into flour in a blender. This also works. And as a final but an absolutely key ingredient, we need raw cocoa powder. We will use about half a cup for this recipe. If you want it more chocolatey, you can always add more. This recipe itself can be easier. Basically, you just have to mix all the ingredients together. First, I suggest that you mix tahini, dates and chocolate. In this way, it will make sure that everything is spread evenly in the dough, and only later you will add your coconut flour. Our goal at Happy Bellyfish is to incorporate the nutrition science in your everyday life in a very easy and delicious way. This recipe is one of the examples how to do it. You have to add coconut flour really slowly. We will actually only need half a cup of coconut flour for the dough and we'll reserve the second half for later. You have to add it 1 spoon after another and keep mixing the dough and keep pressing it so that it folds in nicely. What you have to get at the end of this process should be a little bit of a chunky cookie dough. It shouldn't be too sticky, it shouldn't stick to your fingers too much, and you should be able to shape it in a desired shape easily. It's a no-bake recipe, right? So you can actually always try the dough during the preparation process and you can adjust the sweetness or you can adjust the amount of chocolate and you can really modify it. So be brave and don't just blindly follow the recipe measurements. After our dough is ready, we are going to make it into a rectangular sheet, which is 1–1.5 centimeters thick. I'm going to use the easiest method ever. Just take a sheet of parchment paper and the rolling pin. You can even do it without a rolling pin, just with your fingers, but with a rolling pin it will be much smoother. If you have, for example, a baking pan, which is the same size as the amount of your dough, then you can just press it into it, but I prefer not to use that. After you kind of spread the dough evenly, make sure that it's equally thick everywhere, we are going to add the second layer with our coconut flour. So spread the coconut flour evenly on top and press it on. Make sure that it creates a really pretty thick layer on top. Yes, we're adding an extra layer of our dessert bars. Trust me, it tastes amazing like that. It's also visually much more interesting because we have this chocolate and white layer on top and it gives it a very nice texture. Plus, it's not so sticky to hold. And then we have to put it into a freezer for about 20 minutes. If you put it in a fridge, it will take 1 or 2 hours. All we want here is that just our dough sets. It will make it easy to cut it into the bars or any other shape that you want. You can also use a cookie cutter, for example. I took it out after 20 minutes into the freezer. It doesn't look anyhow different. It's also not frozen, it's just a little bit firmer. And I'm going to cut it into small kind of bite-sized bars so that they're easy to grab and go, and I can have a few of them during the day if I feel like. This is a type of the recipe that I teach in my Easy Healthy Desserts course, which you can find on happybellyfish.com. There, I don't teach you just the recipe, but I teach you the techniques to actually create the easy sweets on your own. All of them have just a few ingredients and is designed for busy people who don't have to spend hours in their kitchen because they just simply don't have the time. Just like me. My Easy Healthy Desserts course has already helped hundreds of students to satisfy their sweet cravings in a much healthier way. All of the sweets in my course are also vegan and gluten-free, so it suits a lot of different diets. Enjoy your no-bake tahini chocolate bars and please share in the comments when you try it, how you loved it and if your family members loved it too. If you like this recipe, check out happybellyfish.com because there you will find a lot of different online programs which are created not just by me but also by different nutritionists and cooks and also traditional cooks that feature amazing techniques to incorporate in your everyday life to make your diet much healthier and very enjoyable also, because flavor is super important for your belly to be happy.